Hey guys, and welcome back to this new video. As you can see, I'm sitting right now on the middle of a meadow, and that's not without a reason. Today I want to do some macro photography again, but there are two specials. The first thing is that I have no macro lens, and the second thing is that I don't want to take boring shots of insects or flowers. Today I will try out a bit, I would call it creative macro photography. But more about that later. At first I want to talk about my equipment, because as I already said, I have no macro lens. I'm photographing today with two macro extension rings, and that's not that complicated to explain. Macro extension rings are just two little rings you can put between your lens and your camera. In my case, my Canon EOS R and 50mm lens, and all they do is extend the distance between the camera and the lens. And when you're doing this, you're able to can go way closer to your subject you're photographing, and with this you're able to take macro photos even with a 50mm lens. And yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I will put a link to the macro extension rings in the video description below, so check this out, especially when you want to start with macro photography, because these are not that expensive. But now I will talk about my idea, so what I'm going to do today. So when I went out today, I had not really an idea what I want to photograph today. I just knew that I wanted to do some macro photography again, because I think I hadn't do this for about half a year now, and that's quite a long time. And then I realized that there's quite a lot of wind today, and the problem is, if you're photographing, for example, insects on a branch or on a flower, and this is moving in the wind, it's really hard to focus. And then I thought, I want to photograph something on the ground. The problem is that if they're sitting, for example, a ladybug on grass really close to the ground, it's hard to have no other grasses in the background. So it's hard to get a clean background. And then I had an idea. I remembered that I got this little light here. I used this already when I was photographing the mushrooms in the winter or in the autumn, and I thought probably I can take some high keys of seeds and flowers, and with this idea I decided to put this little light on the ground, turn it on, and then I'm collecting some seeds or some flowers, so some little flowers, and I put them above here, and then I'm taking a photo from above, so a high key. And exactly this I want to try out now. So I think I'm looking for a good spot where it's not that windy, so that the wind is not blowing all the seeds away. And then I'm going to try this out, because I think I can take some really interesting photos with this technique. So I set up the light right here now on top of my beanbag, and I already found this little yellow flower. I think you cannot see it because it's too bright. I can try to show it you. So this little flower here, and I put it on top of the light now, and then I try to take the first shots. So what I'm doing is I overexpose a bit. So as I said, I'm taking a high key, and I really like how you can see the structure in the flower. And I'm trying to do this now with a seed again, because I think that can actually look pretty good. And I saw that there are some Destilons. I'm not sure if this is the correct English name. I don't think so. And I'm taking the little seeds now from it, and I put it on top of the light, and I think that can look pretty good. So yeah, let's give it a try. So what I mean are these little things here, and I'm just collecting some of them now, and I think it can actually look pretty cool if you put a lot of them on a little, on one place and take a photo like this. But probably it can also look pretty good if you're photographing single seeds. But yeah, let's try it out. Okay guys, that looks so amazing. Oh my goodness. I think it was a really good idea to make this, because I think the results are quite worth seeing. The problem is that still when I'm really close to the ground is some wind. And especially when you're photographing these seeds which are not heavy, it's a bit frustrating because the wind is blowing it away all the time. But it's definitely working. You have to be a bit lucky that you find a few seconds where there's no wind. Or you even collect some things and you take it back home and photograph it in your room. Then it's much easier, I think. But now I'm going to have a look at some more interesting plants, and I'm trying to do this again with them. Okay, plant change guys. I found this worm now, and yeah, that looks amazing. So when it's in front of this bright background, you can take such interesting photos. And when I found it, there was sitting a little ant on top, and it was running around right here all the time. And I think I was able to take some really interesting photos. So check this out. Okay, but now I'm looking for some other flowers or seeds. But I don't want to show you like every seed and every flower I'm photographing, because yeah, it's actually always the same thing. I'm just walking around a bit on this meadow and looking for some interesting structures, and then I will show you now the photos. So enjoy it. Okay guys, I hope you liked the photos I took, and I really hope that I was able to inspire you a bit to try this out for yourself, because I think that's a really nice idea to just make something different. If you liked this video, it would be really nice if you subscribe my channel and activate the clock so you don't miss my new videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this idea and this probably a bit more creative part of photography, because I'm really interested in your opinion about it. And then all I could say is have a great week, see you out there, bye.